All right. Well, good morning, everybody. It is a little bit of an overcast day here in the Bahamas, and I want to thank everybody for being here with me. Yesterday, Rob and I went out snorkeling like literally all day. So we were swimming, and here's the thing about, an exercise that you don't do often. When you come back to it and you do it a lot, your body's like super sore. So for this morning yoga, I thought it would be really nice to focus on just kind of warming up the body, focusing on the breath, and then like, how do we approach our practice when we are sore? Maybe we don't even want to really approach the practice. Maybe we're like, I'm not feeling too great today. Or maybe we have a lot of energy in our body and it's just kind of causing things to feel really stuck. So today I'm going to be helping you through that and working through all of those things. Some notifications are coming through my computer, which is fine. We can just ignore them as they come. All right, so we'll start in a very gentle seat. If you have blocks at home, please make sure that you use them. And I like to take my blocks and put them underneath my knees, but you could also put a block underneath your hips. I didn't bring any blocks with me today, so I'll just be sitting here the best I can and just noticing how it feels in my body. And then once you're all settled with your blocks, how it feels good, you're just going to start to lengthen that spine. And sometimes what I find is that, especially in the morning, we kind of have this feeling or sensation that we're going to fall kind of forward. And I'm on really unlevel ground, so if you are practicing outside, it's a totally different experience than it would be in your bedroom or in your studio. And we're just going to start to move that spine kind of back. Just tip it back as though you're sitting under a beautiful palm tree. And then maybe the chin starts to kind of fall just forward a little bit. And then we're going to grow that spine long, just up through the spine, watching that we're not splaying out the rib cage. And then because we're focusing on some soreness, moving energy through the body, I'm going to flip my hands up just to invite some of that energy in and out. Then just start to notice your breath here. It's interesting. As soon as we come into this posture, this position, I feel like the breath starts to kick in. And maybe the thoughts start to go because of all the stillness. So just notice the thoughts as they come up and begin to scan through the body, noticing the legs, the hips, the entire spine, the belly, the chest, the shoulder blades, the shoulders, noticing the arms, the wrists, the hands, the jaw, the neck, the entire cranium, and in this noticing, we'll start to deepen the breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. If it's available. If not, you're breathing through the mouth. And then what we can do just to balance some of this energy today is in our open palms, I'd like you to picture there's a glowing orb of light here, and that we are able to sense it and imagine it, and it's warm and it's bright. It's it's comforting. And we're just going to pretend that we can breathe in through this right palm, this right orb of light. And as we inhale, we're just going to bring that light all the way up to the center of the chest. And then as we exhale, we're going to pause here, let it warm. And then as we exhale, it's going to flow down the left hand and out the left hand. And then when we inhale, we're going to inhale through that left palm, all the way up through the left arm, pausing in the center of the chest. And then we'll exhale down the right arm out through this glowing orb of light that we're envisioning here. So we can do that together, or you can do it at your own pace. We're going to inhale through the right palm, up the arm, pausing in the center of the chest. And exhaling down the left arm and out through the left palm. Inhaling through the left palm, all the way up the arm, pausing at the height, and then exhaling down the right arm, all the way out through the right palm. A few more of those on your own. Inhaling. Allow this to be your final round. So in through the right, and out through the right. Good. When you've finished your round of breath there, just return to your typical breathing. And we'll find ourselves with our hands right over the heart center. So there is a right and a left side of the body. And in yoga, we talk about the right side being the one that's energized. It's masculine, it's bright. You can think of the sun's energy. And then we have the left side of the body, which we equate to feminine energy, the moon, stillness, water flowing, things like that. Cool. So we have these dualities within our body. And we're just taking a moment here to recognize the dualities. We just brought a lot of energy right into the heart center. So here it's kind of mixing, it's settling. So just take a moment here to notice any sensation that you feel right at the heart center. It could be even the beat of your own heart. And then we'll start to bring in the intention for our practice today. So this can be personal to you. It could be as simple as just to be present and move my body. It could be to listen to my body. Whatever makes sense, we're just bringing it into the space. It's like we're dropping a little seed into our heart center, and we're going to nourish the seed until it pops open and blooms. One nice big inhale here and a nice big ha exhale. And one more big inhale. Beautiful. You can start to blink the eyes open here. And I'll welcome you back. Just know that however you're feeling now, this little bit of breath, this little bit of noticing through our body, the breath work that's happening, you can do that wherever you are. So you can do that at your computer. You can do that if you're sitting on the bus. Don't do it in traffic. You can do it pretty much wherever it feels like you need to balance a little bit of that energy. So one of the things I feel like we kind of resist when we're sore or we're not feeling up to snuff is movement. And I'm going to tell you that movement can sometimes actually move all of that kind of stuck, residual, stiff, maybe even swollen or sore energy out of the body. Now, with that, listening to the body, making sure that we are doing what is right for us and our body and where we are in this time and space. No pain. That's not to say we can't play with sensation. How does this feel? We can play with that, but we're not going to go so far as to a sharp shooting pain. If you feel anything like that, back off, back off. It's not worth it. All right, so let's get out of this cross-leg position, and we'll go ahead and just scooch the flesh away from our sitting bones. And we'll sit up nice and tall here, and we're just gonna start by pointing and flexing the feet. You can yoke this to the breath, inhaling as you bring the feet away from you, and then exhaling as you bring them in. We're not going to be here too long. And then we're going to start windshield wipering these feet. And when we're here, and we're kind of letting these feet flop, I want you to kind of envision that you're able to flop the feet so that you're almost moving and rotating this entire bone into the hip. Good, and we'll slow that down, and we're going to take our feet rolls here. And the other way. And then we're going to open the toes and close the toes. I'm going to open and close my fingers too. They're pretty swollen. You know, that's just what happens when you move a lot. Sometimes blood, energy, prana can kind of get stuck. So we're just kind of moving it out. And we're doing that gently and lovingly. Good, very good. All right, so from here, if your hips are really, really tight and you're noticing that you're starting to get this kind of fall away from your lap sort of sensation, come in with a folded blanket underneath your hips. And kind of prop the hips up just a little bit. Beautiful. So from here, let's start with one leg out because I feel like that's a good way to start. We're going to take our left foot in towards the inner thigh of that right. Now you can come in with a blanket or a block underneath this knee, especially if it's way up like this and you're feeling a lot of tension in your hip. And here we're just going to start to shine that navel out towards that extended leg. Now, anytime that we say come up with a nice tall back, right, we tend to jut out our chest. So we're going to make sure we tuck that rib cage right over our hips there. And then we're going to bring up the arms. Now, when we bring up the arms, sometimes we tend to come back and like almost overly arch. This time, let's just go ahead and tuck those ribs. Maybe the arms are right in our peripheral vision. We're going to take a nice big inhale, lifting up. I'm going to take my butt and actually lift myself up. Big inhale here, and then exhale. We're just going to come down and then inhale, come back up. The gaze is at the imaginary horizon line or at this gorgeous horizon line here in the Nassau, Bahamas. And exhale. Inhale coming up and exhale. Keep it dynamic. Big inhale, full exhalation, pressing out all of that stagnant energy. You can do this through pursed lips. You can take your ujjayi breath. You can just breathe normally. Good. When you're ready, we're going to come all the way down. And you can stilt your fingers on either side of that leg and just kind of rotate and rock here. If you had your strap with you today, you can go ahead and take the strap around the foot and you can rock there. I'm imitating the strap coming around the ball of the foot. And if you need a little bit more, you can always sit here and hold on to the toes. Or you can even cross the hands. And I have one instructor that teaches it when I'm really bendy flexy, where I take a block at the end and hold on to that block, and man, that's a stretch. Good, we're just rocking, we're just releasing stuck energy here, so don't worry about what it looks like. And then because this is a morning practice, you might be practicing at different times of the day. You'll notice your body's different at different times of the day. In this forward fold type of position, when we bring the chin to the chest, we can sometimes feel a lot of sensation from the back of the neck all the way down the back of that leg. So that might be something you want to play with. And if you're here, you can be rocking. I find that it feels better for me just to drop into stillness and just breathe through the sensation. Good. When you're ready, we're going to inhale. Go ahead and press those fingertips into the earth. Walk yourself all the way back up. Let's go ahead and be gentle here. Extend the left leg. We'll bring that right foot into the inner thigh. And you can keep this knee nice and light. And you don't have to come into your biggest flexed foot either. And then if you have a block, you're bringing it underneath this left knee here for a little additional support. And then from here, same kind of thing. We're going to go ahead and tuck the rib cage again so that it's over the pelvis. Bring up the arms so that they're coming into like our peripheral, not this big arch. We're going to inhale here, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, start to fold over that leg. Inhaling up and exhaling. And you might notice that this side feels a lot different. Keep the eyes at that imaginary horizon line. This can be as slow or as fast as you like. Good, last one here, and we'll come all the way down. Now you can finger still. Take any placement that feels good. You might feel that when you come down that this leg may be tighter than the other. That's okay, just notice. It may feel like it's a little looser. It may have more sensation or less sensation. And of course, if any of this doesn't feel right in your body, no is your power word, back off. Love your body enough to know. Good, and then here you can start to play with maybe dropping that head down to the chest. I almost feel like when we have a little bit of sensation and we're like, oh, hi, that's there. And we start to make friends with it in stillness through breathing, through noticing, through giving it the space and time and energy that it takes. I find we build that relationship, and when things feel big in the body, we come back to it off the mat. So finding that here, noticing sensation here. You can wiggle the toes. That's always available. Good, and when you're ready, we'll take a nice big inhale and just walk our hands back up. We're going to take the feet out as wide as the mat here. Good, give a little flop to those feet. Flop it out. Let go of any kind of preconceived notion. Let go of any voices that are kind of talking to you about what you coulda, woulda, shoulda. Not necessary. Doesn't matter what you look like. You're here with me now. We're together. Good. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do the same thing here, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to bring the arms up right into our peripheral. I'm going to keep my toes nice and flexed for this, but if it feels better for you to leave them loosey-goosey and kind of pointed out for less sensation, you can do that. Big inhale as we lengthen up through the spine, and then exhale, let's fold down. Inhale, right back up. The gaze is at the imaginary horizon line. Where your gaze goes, your body follows. So nice flat back as we come all the way down. Last one, and let's come all the way down. You can hold onto toes. You can still on either side. If you have a strap, you can take it around the balls of your feet. And we're just gonna rock here. The gazes can be at this horizon line. Today in Nassau, Bahamas, it is overcast, but it is still absolutely gorgeous out. The water is a shiny silver. I can see down into the depths, little fish everywhere. birds everywhere. The sound of the birds it's absolutely wonderful right now. So, you know, in the studio we practice with music. Well, here we're practicing with the sounds of nature. And, you know, boats that go by. So we've come into stillness now, if that feels right in your body. If not, you're just rocking and rolling. It's all good. And here I'm going to start to pull my chest through. And then when I'm ready, maybe take my chin towards my chest. This is a big one in the morning. And just notice the breath. Maybe you feel it in the kidney space. Maybe you feel it throughout your whole body. Notice the jaw here. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to place our fingers on the earth and just inhale, come all the way back up. Beautiful. From here, we'll take the hands behind our hips, palms flat to the floor if possible. And then we're just going to peel the shoulders apart. And we're just going to lift that gaze. So I feel like I'm going to yawn. That's how you know it's working, right? The energy is moving. Good, and come all the way back. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and find ourselves in tabletop. You can roll over, cross knees, or come to mermaid pose and meet me here. Now I'm on sand and a few rocks, so I'm a little wiggly as it is, but if you are at home and you have that blanket and those knees are kind of crying, you can go ahead and be kind to yourself. Put the blanket down first. And then we'll find ourselves in our tabletop posture. And from here, we're going to take the hips kind of wide as the mat, and just shimmy the hips from side to side. And it's all about moving out that stuck stuff. Ooh, is the sun going to come out? It was supposed to rain all day today. I think it rained all night. You can go ahead and bring those knees back in. I like to curl the toes under for a little bit of additional support. And here we're just going to start with our cat-cow. We'll inhale as the belly drops. That tail kind of comes up and our gaze lifts. And exhale, pressing the spine up towards the sky. Tuck the tails, chin to chest. Find your own pattern here. Beautiful. A few more passes just like this. Invitation maybe to find yourself in cat pose and kind of swish those hips, breathe into the spine. Or option to come into your cow pose and swish those hips and just feel sensation here. Beautiful. And we'll start to make our way back into neutral spine. Fantastic. Wonderful. All right, so you can stay where you are. I'm going to turn because there's a lot of sand here. And we are going to go ahead and stay with our toes curled under. And we're going to take our right foot out so that the side of the foot is parallel with our mat. And here we're just going to start to gently rock back and forth from front to back. You can curl the toe, your left toes, underneath. And then, if you like, and if it feels right, you're just going to come on up for a gate pose. I'm trying not to topple over in the sand. All right, beautiful. From here, we're going to lift up those arms. Now watch that chest doesn't come popping up. All right, set everything down. Set the shoulders down. You're here. You're stable. You can stay right here and breathe. As we take a nice big inhale, maybe you come to place that right arm down that right leg. Maybe the gaze lifts. Palm is nice and flat of the left hand. Maybe not. Maybe the gaze is down. Maybe you're even dropping that arm over your head. Whatever feels right for your body today. Big inhale, come all the way up. Use that inhale to lift yourself up. And then exhale, let's go ahead and take it over the other side. Big lymph node stretch here, right through the side of the body. You're gonna feel this all the way from the tip of your fingers down to the side of your foot. Maybe you start to lift that chest towards the sky or not. Big inhale, come all the way back up. We'll do that a couple more times. You can move at your own pace here. And as you inhale, bring yourself all the way up. We'll meet at neutral. Very good. Beautiful. This knee is going to come back under. And then this time we're going to take that left foot out. And let's just start by priming here. You can curl the toes of the right foot. And by rocking those hips front to back, we're kind of telling the body, okay, we're going to move a little bit. We're going to stretch a little bit. Good. When you're ready, you can slowly start to make your way up into our gate pose. Find our arms above our head. Watch the splay of that rib cage. Big inhale as you pull yourself up, and then exhale. Go ahead and let that left hand find the left leg. 2 big breaths here. Big inhale, pull yourself on up, and we'll take it to the other side. Take a couple breaths here. Really feel that pull from the tips of the finger all the way down to the side of that foot. Good, big inhale, come all the way up. Let's do a couple more at your own pace. And last one, big inhale. We'll meet all the way back up. Beautiful. We can start to bring the hands back down. We'll find our way back into our, ooh, there's a hole here now. Back in, I gotta scoot back into our bridge posture. Good. From here, we're gonna find a low lunge with that left foot. You might feel more confident coming up into with having blocks underneath the hands. And we're just gonna swish the hips a little bit. And then when you're ready, maybe you come forward. Maybe you lift the arms up. Check out the jaw. If you're down with your hands on the blocks, you're getting the same medicine, no biggie. You're just breathing here. Big inhale, bring those hands back down. We'll swish it out again. Beautiful. Now, keep your right hand where it is. We're going to take this left foot and place it on the outside of that left hand. So you might take a minute just to switch your blocks around. And then from here, we're just going to swish it out. This foot might feel better at a 45-degree angle away from you. You know your body. Good, we're just rocking here. If at any point it feels all right for you, you can start to kind of lean forward. We're going to stay up nice and high for this lizard pose. And you can rock the head around, open and close the jaw. Notice where the mind goes. Notice what it feels like in your body. And then when you're ready, we're just gonna lean back. Good. And then bring that left knee back underneath you. Go ahead and swish out the hips. Nice, starting to release some energy already. And as we are ready, we're just gonna bring that right foot between the hands. Again, if you have blocks, you can Just make sure that those hands go right on top of them. And then we're just going to swish the hips. And then when you're ready, you can just let the hips kind of come forward. If you'd like, you can bring the arms up. Check out the jaw. If you're clenching, open up that mouth. No one's watching. And who cares if they are? Big inhale, bring it all the way back down. Good. All right, we're gonna take this right foot on the outside of that right hand. You can stay up on your blocks for this, just rock. And again, the foot might feel better at a 45-degree angle, so you can take it there. Good, and then when you're ready, we're gonna come all the way forward. If you're on your blocks, that's okay. You can take forearms to blocks too. I would come all the way down, but I am stiff today. So we're gonna stay up, we're gonna stay lifted. I'm gonna listen to my body. That's my sovereignty. You can let the head drop if that feels good. And wiggle it out. Good, when you're ready, we'll take a nice big inhale, exhale, bring the hips back. Go ahead and find the knees to the earth. Whew, good. All right, we are gonna come up into our downward facing dog. You have a couple options. You can come up with 2 blocks. They will look like the number 11 long ways, and place the hands on the blocks with the wrist right to the edge, about shoulder width apart. Or you can come on up in any way that feels right for you. Keep the knees nice and bent, and take the feet as wide as the mat. So like the pinky toes almost curl around the edge of the mat, or they do curl around the edge of the mat. And let's go ahead and press the earth away from us. And we're just gonna shake it out. So you're gonna pedal out the legs, shake out the head, yes and no. Woo. If you're on sand, you're gonna slip and slide. And I want you to really press the earth away, and then find the center of your back, and I want you to kind of press that out towards the sun or the sky. Good. Keep it moving, keep it bouncing. Shake out the head. You got it, you got it. Good. From here, let's go ahead and walk the feet in just a little bit. I am on very uneven ground. We're gonna come up onto our tippy toes and then roll through the outside edge of the foot all the way down to the heel. Tippy toes, roll the outside all the way down to the heels. Good. Now you might decide to pedal out here. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to come into stillness. We're going to take that right leg, well, we'll start on the left, I'm sorry. Take that left leg, go ahead and let it come all the way out behind you. And then we're going to bring that left knee to the left wrist and go ahead and cross that shin across the mat. Now, it might not ever come parallel to the front of your mat, and that's okay. If this hip is super raised and you're unable to kind of start to lean it down towards the earth, you can take your block right underneath this left hip, or you can take your blanket and kind of make a little pillow for it. I like to actually take and walk my right leg back away instead of trying to move everything forward. Now, this is the thing I see in class all the time. Everybody wants to drop down immediately. That's okay. If you want to do that, go for it. I'm going to stay up and I'm just going to rock my hips a little bit first. Oh, here comes the rain. If you were there over the summer when we were practicing by the lake, we got rained on. Bad. We were soaked. Take a nice big inhale and then exhale. You can come all the way down for our pigeon. If you have a bolster, if you have a pillow, you can also put it underneath you here, right at the forearms, and just kind of snuggle it. If you're like me with all my props back in New York, then you can just shake out your head. I'm hoping this rain passes. When you're ready, you're gonna come all the way up. Good, and then we're going to take our hands, clear any props that you have. If you have a blanket underneath this hip, clear it out. Go ahead and take your fingers to the mat. I like to walk this right leg back up, then take my toes under, then come back up for my downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Shake out the head. Good. We're going to do the same thing with the right foot. Right foot up towards the sky. Go ahead and bring it to that right wrist. I like to walk my legs back, this left leg back. And if you have a prop you want to put underneath that right hip, you can. And I'm going to stay up and lift it and kind of shimmy here. So for the past, like when we first landed, the weather was just absolutely gorgeous. The beach was so calm and beautiful, and I really wanted to go snorkeling. And then it got choppy, like real choppy, big waves, storm was blowing through. I don't know what the issue was. So we kind of waited it out, and then yesterday we had that clear, beautiful water. Oh my gosh. We're just so fortunate, right? It's just so fortunate when everything just aligns. And then we were able to swim all day. And if you're ready, you can take a nice big inhale and start to make your way down. And Rob snorkeled for the very first time. He was very scared and nervous because he had never done it before. And slowly but surely, we got him out there. And then, you'll never guess, I wasn't able to actually get him back into shore. Because he loved it so much. He wanted to be out there the entire day. I swear, if I didn't tell him I needed to eat something, we probably would still be out there. Beautiful. Breathing into the hip. Good. When you're ready, you can curl those toes under. We're going to lift up back into our downward facing dog. And pedal it out. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come all the way forward through your plank. Go ahead and place the hands underneath your chin. And we're just going to windshield wiper these knees back and forth. Really, really nice. From here, we are going to find our Shavasana. So you can just roll on over here, right onto your back. So as you're here in Shavasana, we're just letting the body completely melt into the earth, feeling held by the earth, and taking up a lot of room here. And then as you're here in this safe place to absorb the practice, we won't be here very long. Just notice how it feels in your body. Notice where your thoughts go, where your mind goes. And then practice being the observer of your thoughts, of your body. And when it's time, I'll call you out gently. and to deepen the breath. Wiggling through fingers and toes, rocking through wrists and ankles, rocking the head. Maybe you find a big morning stretch, lifting the arms up over the head and stretching. And then slowly and surely find your way back up to a gentle seat. Our hands in Anjali Mudra, right at the heart center. Finding gratitude for all the beauty that surrounds us each and every day, with a very special thanks to the Nassau Bahamas. Om Shanti and Om Peace.